Rita, this is a little awkward chatting with you right now, and I'll tell you why. Last time we were hanging out, you signed a headshot for me. Love you, my boo. Does your husband know we're boos?
Well, he doesn't know, won't kill him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, let's just not mention that part.
Rita Ora, it has been way too long. Welcome to America's Dance 30.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm so excited to be talking all things music.
Yeah, it is so great seeing you. Congratulations not only on getting married, but congratulations on all of the success with praising you. It's so amazing.
Thank you. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do it without the support of you guys, and radio and everybody kind of understanding the story of like the Fatboy Slim sample and kind of really feeling nostalgic with the sound. And I'm really, really happy people are digging it, especially in the dance community.
Yeah, I'm such a fan of the original as well, so I can't wait to hear how this song was born. But before we talk all things praising you, let's get to know Rita Ora a little better with Finky's firsts.
Okay.
So I love finding out the origin story of artists. I know when you were a kid growing up in London, you went to performing school, right?
Yeah, I went to a theatre school, actually. I studied drama and theatre before I did music. And music just kind of had its like little life. It was like a silver fox that just came through in the bushes or something. But it came out and here I am.
But was getting into performing or singing or songwriting, was that the first thing you wanted to do when you were growing up, or was there something else?
No, I knew I wanted to sing. I always wanted to sing since I was a tiny kid.
That is amazing. When did you actually start singing?
When I was about 6, I joined my school choir, and that's when my teacher kind of was like, hey, guys, I think you guys should focus on her. She's got something. So shout out my teacher.
What's their name? Do you remember?
Her name's Susie, actually. I always called her Susie. I don't actually know her surname.
That's awesome. Now, the first time we met, hold on, actually, let me test you. Do you remember the first time we met?
Honestly, I feel like I've been working like out here in these streets for a pretty long time. So I don't know. Can you remind me?
Sure. So it was in Miami for Miami Music Week. May have been WMC at the time. It was for a panel that, if I remember correctly, Carrie Vance was putting on. You had just signed, I think, to Rock Nation. And not to get too crazy, but I remember you were wearing these huge platform shoes and ripped. Okay, it's a little psycho that I actually remember this. But do you remember the first time you actually visited the States?
Yeah, I mean, of course. First of all, I remember before signing my deal when I visited the States of going to New York City. That was like a really overwhelming experience.
Oh, so that was the first time.
Yeah, that was no, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that was the first time. Yeah, that was like 2010.
That's so crazy that it was so long ago.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you've got some incredible smashes, including still one of my favorites, Hot Right Now with DJ Fresh, which is still such an amazing song. But do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
Honestly, I do, and I remember it was called I'll Be Waiting, and I was about 14, 15, and I could only play like 3 chords at the time, and so I wrote a whole song on like 3 chords, and I loved it. I still actually do love it.
I think you should revisit it and bring it back.
No, let's leave that. Let's leave that alone.
No.
Different girl now, different time.
So, of course, your number one praising you with Fatboy Slim is an interpolation of the original Praise You by Fatboy Slim. Do you remember the first dance song that got you into EDM?
Yeah, I mean, it was Praise You, honestly. I mean, it came out in 1998. I was 8 years old. I started going to the club scenes when I was about 16, underground sort of club dance scenes, and they were still playing that song. And then I was just sort of like, what is this drop? Like, what is going on? And I just felt so in tune with dance music. And that's why all my songs, and I do a lot of DJ features, and I just have this connection to dance records.
That's so crazy that it's come full circle. That is so amazing.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been manifesting, honey, since 2010.
Well, finally in Finky's first, in honor of praising you, going number one, if I was introing you on stage for a Lifetime Achievement Award, what would be the first thing you would want me to praise you for?
I love that question. Honestly, it'd be about my work ethic, my hard work, my resilience, and sort of just keep going. That is something that I think everyone should really be praised for, you know, because that's a lot. That's a lot of mental discipline.
And the work ethic right now is absolute crap. So, yes, you should be praised for that. Hold on, I'm going to write all this down because I will be introing you for a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, let's put that in the atmosphere. That's amazing.
Let's talk about this smash. How did you even decide to take on such a classic?
Well, it was always in the back of my mind, you know, growing up, even now, kind of when I host dinner parties and stuff like that, like I always have it on my playlist. And then I just thought, like, wow, dance music is moving in such a crazy fast pace that, like, why not do something with someone that had such a moment in dance worldwide and try and pay homage to the ones that really helped me. And so I didn't even think he was going to say yes, honestly. Like, I felt like it was such a big ask because he had so much influence in the 90s. I mean, still does, you know, with those records, that I just thought he was going to tell me to just F off. But he really turned around and he said, you know what, I'm just kind of really flattered. And I said, flattered? Are you kidding? It would be an honor to do anything with you. And that was that. And I just think we made a real genuine connection and he liked the song.
Well, side story, Fatboy Slim is one of the best shows I have ever seen.
Sounds about right.
He was on stage and he actually started screwing up and started wrapping his headphones around his neck like he was hanging himself. I'm like, he is just so personable and amazing. How long was the entire process of making the song?
I mean, I wrote the song with my writing partner separately, with that idea in mind, like before he even said yes, because I was thinking, like, if I want to get this, like, I need him to understand the vision and believe the story and like the song. And so I did. I just wrote it and he loved it, luckily.
What would you have done if Norman had said, no, we're not doing this?
I was prepared. I mean, listen, it could have happened. I mean, I just basically wouldn't have used it. I would have just let it sit there, honestly.
That would have sucked so bad.
I know.
So when I was prepping for our chat, I was absolutely mind blown to find out that Georgia Koo actually played a part in it. She has been a part of so many amazing songs.
Yeah, so Georgia's a good friend of mine, honestly. She's been around for a minute. And yeah, she's a great songwriter. I kept it really small. I actually texted her the idea of it and she was just really, really excited.
That's incredible. Now, something that I love to find out about songs is how many different versions there are tweaking from when you guys start working on it to when it's finally put out. Do you know how many V's there were of Praising You?
No. I mean, what you mean, Fatboy Slim's version? Because I only had one version of mine.
Really?
Yes.
And was there a lot of back and forth, or was it a pretty quick process?
Well, it was pretty quick. I mean, he kind of had a couple of notes, Fatboy Slim, but overall, it was the same. It's the same as it was in the demo, and I'm happy. I'm happy that he liked it.
That is so incredible. Well, congratulations on all the success with it. What is next for Rita Ora?
Well, the album's out, and I'm going to keep just putting out great songs. I have a few more dance features coming out, so keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. And we're going to keep the secret between me and you. Don't need to tell your husband about it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Rita Ora, it is always such a pleasure seeing you. Thank you so much for your time on America's Dance 30.
I'll see you at the Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Yes!